What is going on? It's Wednesday, April 2nd, and I'm coming at you with another run on trail. If you're new to the channel or if you're returning, I am 15 and a half weeks out as of today from the High Lonesome 100, which is my very first 100-mile race. And if you haven't watched my kind of April objectives, April goals with my training, I would highly suggest checking out that video because it'll give you some insight that today is my first speed workout on trail, which is kind of a transition that I'm doing in the month of April for my training. So I'm really excited about that. But another thing that I'm really excited about today is I am trying out, I'm taking them on their first run, the Sportiva Prodigio Pros. But before we get into all of that, if you're into trail running, ultramarathon training, or mountain vlogs, consider subscribing. That's what I post here. I also have my Strava and Instagram link down below if you care to follow me over there. Like I said, I'm training for my very first 100 miler, which is going to be taking place July 18th. 2025. I don't really talk about shoes on the channel or footwear simply because I feel like everybody kind of has a preference, right? People are particular about certain things when it comes to shoes, and especially with ultra running, I mean, you're spending hours on your feet, hours in those shoes, and I just feel a great amount of responsibility pledging my allegiance to a certain type of shoe or putting it out there and inherently steering somebody down the wrong path and them not liking the shoe, spending money on a shoe that they don't like, and it having issues. Now, I understand on the flip side of things, I could give somebody insight and they find the shoe that they love, but that is why I've not talked about shoes up until today. I've had a pair of Sportiva Prodigios since June of last year, and that's what I wore on during my very first 100K. I wore the Sportiva Prodigios, and once I tried those shoes out, I just never looked back. They have been my absolute favorite trail running shoe since I got them. Reason being is, one, the sole of those shoes has the friction rubber, which is what they actually use on their climbing shoes, so it is durable. It can withstand miles, hundreds and hundreds of miles in the Rocky Mountains on alpine terrain and not just get absolutely obliterated or chewed up. So I absolutely love that. I think it has, for me, the perfect amount of cushion, enough ground feel, but not too much ground feel, but not too much plush. I just absolutely love the way they feel. And when I put these shoes on, never had a blister, never had a hot spot, any rubbing, irritation, nothing. They have just been my favorite trail shoe that I have found, and I've tried quite a few. When I went to order another pair, which would be my third pair of Sportiva Prodigios at this point, that is when I saw that Sportiva had made a Prodigio, but a super shoe. And I felt like this was a dream come true, a manifested shoe, my favorite trail shoe, now in a super shoe. So we're going to test it out today on our little trail speed workout. These I'm really excited about. They offer the same soles as the Prodigios that I've come to know and love. There is a little bit more cushion, and the outer portion of the shoe is a little bit different than what I'm used to. It kind of has a built-in gaiter as well. So we're just going to test it out, see what we think, see how they, in my mind, compare to the original Prodigios, and just go have some fun. So let's do a quick outfit check and get out on some trail. So for today's run, we have the Merino Rover hoodie on. It's a little windy. It's like upper 40s, so I think this will be a really nice top, especially with the wind. I can always just throw the hood on. It has some nice little thumb holes that I can put over my hand for a little extra warmth. And then on the bottoms, I have the trail half tight, and these again are perfect on a day like today. If you're interested in checking out any of today's apparel, click the link in the description. You can use my code Mountain High Life for 10% off your order. Thank you so much to John G for partnering with me, believing in the channel, and making the best running apparel. Let's go for our test run. Let's go get our speed workout done on trail. I'm so stoked. Let's do it. So one nice thing about the trail I'm on today is there's such a variety of terrain. Right now it's just kind of like dirt, some loose rock trail, but it does get pretty technical, so we'll be able to take the shoes on a variety of terrain, which will be pretty nice. These shoes are super light, as one would expect with a super shoe. They do have, like I said, kind of like a built-in gaiter, which seems to be a little tight around the ankle for me just getting started, but really lightweight, very bouncy, and I'm excited to see what they're like on more technical terrain rather than just smooth double track. So yeah, we got a 2-mile warm up and then we'll get into the work. All right, so 1 mile in, and this trail is actually like the perfect test run for these shoes. The reason being is it offers a variety of different trail types. So it starts out on some just smooth, chill double track and no rocks, just kind of like dirt and loose gravel. So we have to try that, and then we'll jump into some pretty technical rocky ascents and descents. So far, I have to say the shoes on my feet just feel so light, very springy and bouncy, but that built-in gaiter, almost sock-like gaiter, it's a little tight around my ankles. I thought I had tied the shoelaces too tight, but it's a little tight for me personally. So we'll just keep going, see how it feels. Name of the game, as in typical, or my typical kind of speed workout, but a nice 2-mile warm up. And then today we're doing, I think, 15, 2 minute on, 1 minute off, and then quick little cool down, and boom, we'll be done. So I'm gonna enjoy this nice little prairie with the prairie dogs, and we'll get to work here soon. Should be getting technical here in just a second. So a little more than halfway through and feeling good. Not crazy vert today. Maybe 1,500, but I gotta say, these shoes feel so good on flats and downhills and really smooth trail. I just feel like I got 2 cheerleaders on my feet that are like, go, go, go. And on technical terrain, especially uphill, well, actually, and downhill, landing on rocks and stuff, it just gives you this extra propulsion, which I guess one would expect with a super shoe, but so far really enjoying them. And I like to try shoes out on shorter runs. I mean, 10 miles, 9.5 miles. It's not necessarily short, but I'm not taking a new pair of shoes out on my long run. That's what I'm trying to say. We're gonna try the Science and Sport Go Gel Tutti Frutti. Okay, flavor. Not bad. 10 out of 10 for convenience. Very, very liquidy, which is kind of nice. I don't know, I kind of like it. Workout portion done. We had a nice gentle 2-mile cool down. That felt pretty good. I think, if I'm being honest, I think maybe some reps I could have gone a little harder. Just saying. All in all, for my first speed workout on trail, we'll take it, you know? So as far as the shoes go, I'm really, really stoked with them. I do hope to break them in and be able to wear them for Quad Rock here in 5 weeks. Not sure I'm going to be wearing them for High Lonesome. I really do love, like I was saying earlier, the rubber that's used on the sole of the Prodigios. It's that friction rubber, and especially living in Colorado, and especially my alpine days, it's just really nice to have really solid traction on rocks and be able to really trust your footing, that you're not going to slip. I just love that so much, and that's probably the feature I love the most about the Prodigios. They really did a good job of keeping like dirt and debris out with that collar. I kind of got used to it despite it being a little tight at the start. So I think these are going to be great for training my trail speed workouts and perhaps Quad Rock 25 miler. So stoked to add a new pair of shoes to my ever-growing collection. So also, if you do care to hear about my shoes or other gear, let me know in the comments down below. Ask me some questions. I'll see if it's worth answering or if you guys are interested. All right, cool down initiated. Let's go. All right, Wednesday workout done. First speed workout on trail is complete. I feel really good walking away from that. I'm really stoked. It ended up being 9.5 miles. I don't know, like 1,100 feet of gain. So I think that was like a good route for just kind of like trying to push pace on trail. So far, the Prodigio Pros were awesome. I really enjoyed them. I felt they just kind of gave me that little extra oomph while on trail, just kind of like you would expect a super shoe to do. The Science and Sport Go Isotonic Gel, I don't know, it kind of upset my stomach there for a second. Might take some getting used to, but I do love the concept of not having to bring water but also getting the benefits of a gel. I do know they make ones with electrolytes, so maybe that will be a gel to try here soon. Either way, I need to get home to baby dog. It's just shy of 7:30 and Chandler's mom stopped by to check on the baby, so thank you, Kim. Feeling very grateful that I had the opportunity to get out on trail today. It's like I've said in the past, it's not every day I'm able to get out on trail, so I really appreciate it when I have the time, but I am trying to make it a priority. Don't forget to go click the link in the description. Go check out John G's spring 2025 drop. It's so good. Today's outfit was literally perfect for the weather. The Rover hoodie kept me warm. The half tight was just like the perfect amount of coverage on my thighs to keep me warm in the wind. John G's amazing. You won't be disappointed. Go check him out. Again, I'm so stoked to just be sharing my training. I'm excited to really start diving into it. It's so energizing and motivating. So I'm really looking forward to sharing the road to 100 miles with you guys. So I do have to say thank you so much for sharing your time with me. If you made it to this point in the video, thank you so much for watching. If you did like the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up. All that to be said, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Hope you get out on some trail today, and I will see you in my next adventure. Bye.